If you have 20 pounds, you can eat comfortable for the day.
If you have 20 pounds in Nigeria,
So, do you earn pounds in Nigeria?
No, we don't. But if you can convert, so
There's nothing like convert. That's where people get it wrong. If I'm earning 20 pounds in UK, I'm making my expenses also in pounds. If you are earning 20,000 naira in Nigeria,
you're making your expenses in naira.
yeah, but then you know that you're already in hellfire.
No.
So if you are earning 100k in this economy, my brother, you're in trouble.
True.
You're in trouble, serious trouble. Because how much do you want to be spending on transport? God bless you. You are living. No, where do you want to live with 100k a month?
Yeah.
Where do you want to live? An accommodation, a comfortable accommodation in Ikorodu now is going to $1 million.
Welcome to the Center Side podcast, where we talk about everything cultural and social issues, and of course everything in between. My name is Oga Peter. First of all, I want to thank every one of you that has been watching our videos. Really want to appreciate you. Thank you so much for following our videos. I also want to appeal to you, please, if you watch the videos, kindly like the videos. If you like them, I hope you don't dislike them anyway. Like the videos if you like them, and leave a comment. Each time you watch a video, I'm sure there's something on your mind. Just put it in the comment. It helps the algorithm push the conversation to other people. So today we're going to talk about, it's not something very new. Yeah, but it's an unfolding conversation that keeps on going. In Nigeria today, if you don't plan on leaving the country, it looks like you don't have a plan. Everybody tells you, whatever you do, find a way and leave the country. It feels like this country is dead beyond repair, that if you don't leave this country, you can't make anything useful out of your life again. So I have two gentlemen. If you look at him, he doesn't look like a gentleman, but courtesy demands that I say gentleman. Sports analyst, sportscaster, sports pundit, everything. Victor. Yeah, let me say Victor.
oh, John.
Yeah.
For this conversation.
Welcome again to the Center Side. I say again for a reason. I hope you understand the reason.
It's the Center Side where we call out insanity more often than not.
And have sane conversations. Another gentleman. Again, I don't know if he's a gentleman. What he's wearing, it looks like Abacha. Do you remember Abacha this? It looks like Abacha.
Dissolve.
It's thereby dissolved.
It's hereby dissolved.
Anyway, Mr. Wench Alabi, movie. How did he say?
Movie enthusiast.
Yeah, what he said.
Okay, that's sugarcoating it. Thank you.
That's the botanical name.
You want to leave the country because you feel like the country has gone beyond repair, right?
Okay, I won't totally say beyond repair, but yes, go on.
So for example, if you're planning to Japa, because it feels like everybody is a suspect.
I don't think that's plan. I see it as an expectation that now exists for everybody to meet up to. Because in Nigeria, you really don't plan for anything. It's just based on, this is the expectation that already exists. So now you have to play the part or meet up to it.
No, but Japa, you can't just up and leave now.
Yes,
I get it,
you
but I'm not
have
saying,
to plan for it.
I'm saying that the natural instinct comes not from active planning, but from peer pressure and narrative.
Okay, so you're saying it's not the personal conviction.
Absolutely, it's not the personal conviction. I think it's, again, peer pressure.
Why do you think it's not a personal conviction?
From my personal point of view, I've never wanted to stay outside the country. I've always seen the world as my platform. I've always wanted to have the ability to travel whenever I want, wherever I want, but still call Nigeria my home. So I've never wanted to, if I'm a millionaire or when I become a billionaire, I won't now say, now that I have the money, start preparing visa. No, that's not my instinct.
Yeah, millionaires don't Japa now.
Exactly, that's not how it works.
You can't just.
I get, but I'm not trying to. Again, poor people also don't Japa either.
Yeah, well.
If we check the prices of plane tickets, it's not a poor person that will decide I want to now go live abroad. So I'm just saying, more often than not, most people who have this mentality, it's not inherent in them. It's not authentic.
So a lot of people that actually japa or travel abroad to find ends meet, they mostly are not. They're never rich people, right? Rich people want to go there, have fun, and enjoy themselves. We obviously don't have middle class again.
Yeah.
So most of the people that we have over there, right? They've actually had someone make that plan for them, and then they did it correctly, the right way, and then they did it early.
Yeah, they did early. Time is also important.
Now, if you don't plan for it, it's not going to work. You can't. There's no. They don't throw visa up in the air and then you just catch it. If you don't plan for it, you can't.
But essentially, you want to run away from the country because you think that things are bad and then we cannot get this country fixed. Why really? What happens to patriotism if some of you just want to up and leave the country?
My brother, you can still be patriotic from anywhere.
How? What's so patriotic from another land?
Okay, so this is it. In this country, we all know that the country as it is working against you.
Like don't lead you to 2-0.
As a Nigerian,
yeah.
you're in deficit. The economy is working against you. There's nothing you want to do that the economy is not going to try to find a way to limit your intentions.
Yeah, but people are making it in this economy now.
Yeah, so a lot of people are making it. Not as much as people who aren't, but people who aren't making it too. It's not because they're lazy or they're not doing anything or they don't know what they want to do.
But the country you want to go to, there are people who have not made it in those countries.
And they were born there.
So a lot of people that you're thinking they don't make it in those countries, they're living a comfortable life.
You think?
Yes.
So you've not seen homeless people in the streets of America?
There are homeless people. There are homeless people everywhere.
Exactly.
There will always be homeless people everywhere.
So what happened if the place was so perfect? Why do you have homeless people in
Okay,
those
so
places?
the thing is, nowhere is perfect. Right?
So why are you going there?
But if you are going to be working hard in a country, you should at least be able to see what you are working for. Right?
Yeah.
So the cost of living in Nigeria is insane.
I think the cost of living in Nigeria is higher than the UK, for example.
It is now, bro.
Really?
Because so if you have £20, you can eat comfortably for the day.
If you have £20 in Nigeria,
So do you earn pounds in Nigeria?
No, we don't. But you can convert. So
There's nothing like convert. That's where people get it wrong. If I'm earning £20 in UK, I'm making my expenses also in pounds. If you are earning 20,000 naira in Nigeria,
you're making your expenses in naira.
yeah, but then you know that you're already in hellfire.
No, but think about it. No, hold on.
I wanted to say trouble, but you're not in trouble. You're all not past trouble.
No, but think about it. The £20, is it like you're earning per day or per hour?
see, the thing is, regardless
I'm
of
telling. I'm not saying. I didn't say if you're earning £20. I say if you have £20 with you, right, you can eat comfortably for the whole day.
Yeah, so if you have the equivalence of £20,
There's nothing like an
you would
equivalent.
eat.
There's
There
nothing
is
like
now.
because-
How?
Okay, basically, I think what's the word? We try to overrate this excuse of purchasing power as a reason to japa. Again, you will still have to cut your coat according to your size wherever you find yourselves. Nigeria is a place where everybody thinks they are equal. Everybody thinks they have the same.
You think the classism in Nigeria is
No,
mad?
what I mean, think we are equal is someone who doesn't have resources feels like he can do the same thing or he
So
can
people
achieve.
tolerate you basically. Yeah.
So instead of you knowing where you stand and building your life based on where you stand, you're building your life based on somebody else's blueprint.
I don't believe.
Yeah,
that.
That's the
I
that's
don't
the
believe
way
that.
most Nigerians
So-
are.
no.
That's why
I think-
that's why the Japa mentality thrives.
I think
because
you are reading
you don't
off.
feel you don't feel okay. You said now that some people go abroad to have a comfortable life. There is actually a comfortable life in Nigeria that people don't think is comfortable.
Yeah, but
because of that foreign mindset in their mind. Until I go to America, if I'm comfortable, you are actually comfortable here.
No.
In a way, you are.
No.
See, I'm serious.
The point
you
is,
eat 3 square meals in Nigeria,
you are
but you think you are not comfortable. You go there and you don't eat as much, but you say you're comfortable.
Yeah, I think they're talking about the system, correct?
Exactly. that's why I said the purchasing power that we use as excuse is overrated, is overflogged.
No, but what they call comfort there, for you to attain that level of comfort here, you need to be at a certain
comfort there is
No. I think for you to be able to attain that level of comfort here, my brother, you don't die.
No,
You
the
go
comfort there
you go
is
don't
daily
nearly die.
living. What we see as luxury here is, like for example, limousine, for example. We see it as a luxury
Here.
Wait,
How many times do you see
How many times do you see
anyway?
limousine on the streets?
I say we see it as a luxury here.
It's
Limousine is not
everywhere.
luxury here in Nigeria. It's not even luxury in
let's
Nigeria.
talk about phones, for example. The iPhone. Almost any average person in America has an iPhone, has an access to an iPhone.
Yeah, but it's an American phone.
Which here, if you mention iPhone, it feels like you've arrived. Even the average teenager holding iPhone feels like, oh, I am better than the next person using a Nokia or using.
But you know why that
there's
is?
a way we've been shaped that there's something that defines comfort.
No.
Which is not.
Do you know why that is?
Which is not.
Do you know why that is?
Why?
If I'm holding a phone of $1 million plus, I'm inclined to feel bigger than you that you're holding a phone of 200,000.
Yeah, well, it's just the way of humans.
How did you get the phone of 1 million plus as a secondary school person? Do you understand? How did you're already seeing yourself somewhere you're not supposed to see yourself yet.
I fail to understand how that ties to people wanting to leave the country.
There's a psychology you would have, there's a reasoning you have to know that this life I'm living, I'm not necessarily suffering the way I think I'm. There are people who, let's say you earn 100k in Nigeria as a bachelor. Yeah, to an extent, you can feed yourself 3 times a day, you can transport yourself to work, you can do basically the same thing you do in America. But if you are doing that thing in America, you feel like you arrived. No, you are doing it in Nigeria, you think you are suffering.
Okay, so you're not getting this right.
Okay.
So if you are earning 100k in this economy, my brother, you're in trouble.
True.
You're in trouble, serious trouble. Because how much do you want to be spending on transport? God bless you, you are living. No, where do you want to live with 100k a month?
Yeah.
Where do you want to live? An accommodation, a comfortable accommodation in Ikorodu now is going to $1 million.
Ikorodu.
I'm not even saying Lagos or in Ikorodu. Ikorodu that is Ijebu. Is 1 million.
Yeah.
Right? So where do you want to stay with 100,000? Mind
how do you move
100,000 in a year is just 1.2 million.
Yeah.
Do you want to be paying 8 months of your salary? Do you want to be using 8 months of your life to pay rent?
To pay just rent.
All right, now let me convert it to a life abroad where you see people living on credit because there is a structure that allows you own things that you necessarily
You can't pay out of pocket. Just a one-time payment.
In a way, you keep paying to live the life that in Nigeria you can actually buy out once and forget it. I have seen a lot of people who I have seen friends who got student visa went abroad. Most of them complain about this student loan, student credits that they still are paying through their noses 2, 3, 4 years after leaving school.
Yes, in fact, it's structured for you to pay up to 5 years.
Is you have that comfortable life, you have the data, you have. So my perspective is, to me, that's not comfort. You are still owing, but you are enjoying. Any day, anytime, you can be kicked off that platform.
So, okay, let me ask
in
you.
Nigeria, if you pay your rent, you've paid your rent.
Let me ask you something, Benga. How long do you save to pay your rent? You can't just wake up. You can't wake up and say, I've collected my salary.
No, you can't pay it once,
That's
yes.
what I'm saying. But over there, you can wake up and be like, your rent is due, get some credit and pay. Then you pay up that credit. In fact,
That paying of that credit
so
as easy as you said it.
it's not as
Because the
easy.
money doesn't
Is
come in that way.
is it as easy as saving up to? Do you think saving up is easy?
Because I
In
think
fact,
that
if you
one-
have,
Yeah.
if any account that you have access to, it's not called saving, because at the end of the day, it will be that account that will save you in the, in
Well,
the
that's the
next
idea
time.
of saving.
Yeah,
So you're not. In fact, the rain will not even start falling before that account will start saving you.
So clouds will start gathering immediately. You're
Unless
saving the
the
money.
only way you can save in this country is if you don't have access to that money.
But let me ask you, yeah, this Japa, is it tied only to economic expediency? Is it just for economic reasons?
Nigerian-
Is that why
Why
you
would
want to do
Why would
it?
I want to
Yes,
leave?
yes.
Why would I want to leave my country if I'm able to achieve the things that I ordinarily should be able to?
Because some people talk about insecurity, some people talk about emergencies.
There's insecurity everywhere.
Yeah, well,
in fact, it's worse over there because they have natural disaster that work against them. Something that you can't even
and then
predict.
somebody can just show up in a school and shoot up everybody.
So
are you not worried about that?
So I'm not going to those countries that.
That's the thing. You can't determine.
Are you not worried about that?
No. We actually know those countries that those incidents happen.
So your idea of Japa?
Yes, of course, because at the end of the day,
I think
people are going to die. You can cross the road and die. You can use the bracket.
So why not say Nigeria
And that
No. See,
since you're going to die,
there's a lesser probability of me crossing the road and die over there than here.
but there's a higher possibility of somebody showing up in a shopping mall and shooting everybody over there than here.
But why am I going to the shopping mall when I can just order online?
What about somebody showing up?
There are countries that these things don't
serial killers
happen.
here.
There are countries that guns are not.
But you know when you're
legalized.
talking about Japa, people think Canada, UK, US. So what's your ideal country to Japa to?
So when I'm looking at a country that I want to go to, you actually have to look at their standard of living. You have to look at
the one you have already looked at.
Okay, so the one I've looked at, I'm actually looking at a lot of options. A friend was showing me, a friend was telling me about a country in Europe, an European country. I don't know.
Luxembourg.
No, Spain actually.
Oh, okay.
So you're considering the what the minimum wage. You're considering the how difficult or how easy it is going to be for you to obtain a work permit.
Okay.
You're considering the tuition fee. How easy is it going to be for you to compare the minimum wage to the average tuition fee?
Okay.
Because if you're going to have to get a job, you need to know what you need to save up to make up your school fee. So if you want to go to a country where you are paying $20,000 or £20,000 for one session, my brother, there's no way you can make up that money in a year. Even people with a degree in the country might not even make up to £20,000 a year.
So essentially, your idea of Japa is just to escape the economic woes of the country.
Yes,
that's just it.
That's as in.
So
The moment you leave Nigeria, in fact, 60% of your problem is
No. You know why I'm asking? That means that if you're able to join APC and collect.
Why would I want to leave the country now?
Politics money, you will not leave.
Why would I want to leave Nigeria? Just give me one appointment. Where am I going again?
Well,
that's my question.
Your idea of not leaving.
There's comfort.
Is it based on?
Nigeria is a lot
How
more
difficult
comfortable
it
than
is?
all these countries.
Oh, okay. Is it
Nigeria
based
is a
on-
lot more comfortable. I can go.
Is it because
Simply because
country?
this country is lawless.
Yeah.
You can do anything and be comfortable. Even all these insecurities that we're talking about.
Yeah.
We all know where they are. We all know where they are not. So you know where to put your head and you know where not to step.
Basically, you can say abroad they have organized crime. Here it is disorganized. Crime is crime.
Everything is organized over there. See,
Including crime.
Including crime. Yeah. Crime is organized. Yes, including crime.
So everything is as it should be.
So essentially, if
The only
if you have
thing that you
money
need
here,
to
you
worry
will not
about over there, make your money, pay your tax, and that. In fact, basically, that's the biggest thing that you have to worry about, taxes.
leave. So you don't care about the healthcare situation in Nigeria. You don't care about the insecurity. You just want to have money. If you have money in Nigeria, you're fine. You're not
If you
going
have
anywhere.
money, you don't have problem. except God is giving you problem. You don't have.
For some reason, I agree with you. I don't know how I feel. Okay, I actually know how I feel about Japa. I'm not so inclined, to leave, because to be honest, it's not as easy as people say to leave the country.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
Japa is
In
a
fact,
very
it used to be
serious thing.
easy.
I mean, he
It
just
used to
laid
be
down. I
easy.
was listening to him talking about you have to know about the GDP of the country.
So you need
the
to
minimum.
do. I don't even know.
I don't need to know those things in Nigeria.
Yeah, but it's sad.
Basically, it's sad.
It's sad
I
that
get.
you have to admit that you don't need to know anything.
Hello,
about
I don't need to know.
Do we even have a minimum wage?
Do you understand? I was
We
telling
have
somebody.
now 70,000.
My brother, we don't
I
have
was telling
minimum
somebody when
wage.
we were earning 19.8, I was richer than you earning 77 now.
Well, the inflation, exchange,
So,
and stuff.
I think my own argument for this Japa thing is the only reason I can agree with is the fact that there is organization there. But if you are telling me that it is because of, in quote, better life, but that better life.
If an economy is well
here,
organized, it's going to be better. It's going to make it better for
better
you.
life here There is.
Okay, are you living
Do you
better
think-
now than 20 years ago?
Will I live better because I travel to UK?
Yes.
I will still be a normal life. It's not better.
Yes.
But
It's a
Wenga,
normal
Wenga,
basic life.
It's a normal basic,
They have-
There's nothing better
comfortable
about that.
life. If the normal
They have
basic,
a system
comfortable
that
life.
works.
That works. Have you left this country before?
Neither I've not yet. But later,
Okay. What
I
I'm saying is,
Yeah,
if you
I get
leave
your
this,
point.
no, if you
I have
leave
two
Nigerian
passports that is
airspace,
empty and they both expired.
if you
anyway.
leave Nigerian
Wow.
airspace
I get
without
that.
getting to your destination,
That's why you need to Japa, because you have the opportunity of moving around.
no, don't even japa.
That's a different thing of Japa.
Anyway,
I know when I started
Vega,
this conversation.
don't even Japa.
I
Don't
started this
Japa.
conversation with, I needed,
Travel to a country and stay there for a week.
which is what I want. Not to
Go
go and
there,
live there.
then you would understand that there is better life somewhere.
No, I know. You are not getting my point. I know. But as an immigrant, you're leaving your base to go start a new life on a different turf that's not your base. Now, because the place is organized and structured, you are making money, you're paying tax. You regurgitate, you recycle, you make money, you pay tax.
Yeah.
It's a normal basic life. I don't see anything better in that context.
Okay,
Because
so
I can
let
live
me
that
ask you a
same
thing.
basic life, collect salary.
Let me-
bills,
Let me ask you.
collect
Let me
salary.
ask
Still
you.
the
Let me
same life
let
in
me ask you a
Nigeria.
question. Okay, let me
You won't
ask.
become a millionaire because you went to the UK.
Let me
Yeah, but
ask.
in
Let me
Nigeria-
ask Peter a
Well,
question.
Do you understand?
Peter, what state are you from?
I'm from Ebonyi State.
Why are you not working in Ebonyi State?
Why I'm not working in Ebonyi State? They don't have what. So my skills cannot be deployed in Ebonyi State. They don't have anywhere where
So,
I can
do you
actually
believe
deploy
that-
my skills.
Migrating to Lagos is making you have, or let me just say, is making you richer.
Making me richer. So I'm offering value for what I earn.
If you can be in Ebonyi and offer value for what you,
That's what I'm saying.
would
They
you
don't
earn the
have
same
a
value?
need for my
It's
skills.
So-
an audience thing. It's a
Yeah,
target
they don't have
audience
a
thing.
need
It's
for
not
my
about.
skills. If
I get
What
your
I'm,
point.
what I'm trying to
It's a
say
target
is,
audience
what
thing.
I'm trying to say is,
Okay, you're trying to say
Regardless
that I
of
would be,
where you are.
I wouldn't be this rich if I was in my state.
yes,
Yeah, well, because reward follows value, right? So if they don't have what requires my level of value, and
If there's no
skills,
demand
they will
there.
not be able to pay the commensurate reward for that. So
Okay,
essentially,
so-
and then again, I won't spend as much as I spend here if I was in my state. Anyway.
yes, you won't.
So it's a balancing act.
Now
if you
look at how do I put it? A nurse working in Nigeria and a nurse leaving Nigeria to work in UK. They're offering this. They're doing the same thing. They're basically
Yeah,
offering
yeah,
the same professional. What's it called?
Services, yeah.
Right. So who do you think have it better? Who do you think is going to live a better life?
It's subjective. There are some
No,
nurses
I-
in
I-
There's,
Nigeria.
there's nothing like
It's subjective. There are some nurses in Nigeria that
I
where
live better than the nurses in
Where?
There are some-
that live better than nurses in
Wait,
UK.
all nurses in UK. You think all nurses in UK are fine? Like
No,
all
no,
of
you
them
can't,
are
you
any-
can't, you can't make a case for all nurses. But
All
if you
nurses.
saying,
If you
it's
want
not-
to, if you want to
It's
compare
not
all nurses,
automatic that
I'm
because
going
you're a nurse abroad, they are
No,
definitely
if
living
it's
a
a
better
nurse
life.
in
My brother,
UK,
it's-
you
it's
earn
automatic.
more, far more than the nurse.
It's automatic.
In Nigeria. But another thing,
in fact,
is
you earn more
spend
than a
more
surgeon in Nigeria.
than the nurse in Nigeria.
You don't necessarily need to spend more if you take out your taxes. What are you spending
You
on?
pay
How
for
much is
everything
tax?
in the UK.
Like what?
She said take
Like
out your
what?
taxes like
Hold
this.
on.
How much
You-
is
I
tax?
said, hold on.
You
You pay for everything like what?
You pay for phone. You pay for water. You pay. It's true.
Data.
now.
Well,
Because all my
well,
friends
What are you not paying for in Nigeria?
No,
Don't think
it's
about-
a
in
different
Nigeria,
thing.
you can
you can choose not to.
Like what?
I can choose not to buy this data. For
But
example-
so you would be
So you won't
comfortable
get
without
the,
using
you won't get the
internet.
service anyway.
Okay, look at it from this perspective. When we were offline, we're talking about the days of unlimited data, right? When you can pay for 1 month. Abroad, I know that if I pay this amount, I don't need to pay any other thing again. My data is secure for that month, right? If I pay this light, it's secure. That's one of the arguments I can understand. Like in Nigeria, you pay for NEPA bill, you still use another money to pay for fuel, you still use another money to pay for battery off. So you are paying like
So
4
essentially,
times.
you pay more for certain
Services
things
that
here
should
than
be-
Than over there because
Yeah,
it
I
is
get that
simply
argument.
organized
That's the
there.
argument I can say fine. But when you now come from the aspect of better life, because we started with economy.
But
My
That-
brother, this
it
thing that is
doesn't
making you
translate.
comfortable is better now.
What- it
It's
doesn't
better now.
translate.
No,
What do you mean?
Benga, hold on.
Okay, using a metro and using UK metro and using BRT, which one is better?
Yeah.
Better is better now.
BRT is even privileged because not everyone can use
That's why.
BRT.
That's why I say BRT
Exactly.
and not public transport. If you use BRT and metro, UK metro,
Yeah.
please, which one is better?
I get.
No, I don't
Like-
think you get.
for example, now rail works in Europe. You can be living in Paris.
Rail works in
and
Nigeria
working in
too.
London. Rail works in Nigeria too. But look at
but-
It's
look at-
just
wait.
exactly. It's just not
See what
working
I'm
as it
with you.
should.
There's now a blue line or blue rail or whatever.
Yeah, blue line.
It may not be holistic, but there are some people that, based on that advent, they are now living in Ibadan and working in Lagos, or traveling between Lagos and Ibadan more frequently than they used to because of the advent of that. So, are you saying it is impossible to actually have that life that?
But you do know.
You can, but
you
it just
do know-
is limited.
You
It's
do
not
know that.
holistic.
You do know that Nigeria
you-
is not Lagos.
No,
Benga.
I guess.
Benga,
So
can
there
you
are
tell me
people
that your blue line or what you call
Yeah,
it, that your
blue
blue rail? Can you tell me that it will be functioning in the next 5 years?
Again, that is where we have.
Isn't that a
consensus.
pessimistic approach?
Do you understand?
Why
It's
are you
not.
being
I'm
cynical?
asking you,
They are
can you
defeating-
put your
they are
money on
defeating
it?
anything
Why
that
are you
might
being
happen
cynical?
next-
Can you put your money on the fact that service will still be available in the next 5
Yeah,
years?
No, we can never
the
tell.
metro.
You can never tell. Because
So what are we now saying?
Before the blue came, nobody would envisage that something like that would come because we thought we'd get worse.
There's always rail.
No,
There has always been rail.
There was.
See, in fact, the rail system.
And it's
before
getting worse.
in
There has
Nigeria
always been
was
rail.
better than it is
Exactly.
now.
It's getting
But
worse.
we are beginning to look at Oshodi. Will you say Oshodi is better than what? It's now better now. In the way the
How?
It looks better, but it's getting.
It only
worse.
looks better. It's not. It's
looks
not.
better, but
It
it's
only
getting
looks.
worse.
It's only looking better.
Because think about it.
That's what we call shagbeloju yo. Yoruba people say shagbeloju yo.
So again, we may overflog the because I think we are about to. We may overflog this.
No, but I really need to know where your mind is at. Yeah, should we japa or not?
If you have the resources to, fine.
you
But
think-
don't make it a do or die affair because you think you will never be successful in Nigeria until you, because that's the narrative.
No,
now,
no.
that
Let
nothing
me-
will work here.
No. I really want to like extract something from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that japa is the solution to the situation of Nigeria?
No, it's not. Obviously,
So you believe that we should stay back and fix it?
I believe that you should build resources to be able to redefine your economic situation in Nigeria.
But the system is stifling. That's what he's
It's
saying.
not stifling to everybody. It's it.
Yeah, well, you have to be part of those people. and
The
there are
only
very few of
people that
them.
is not stifling on are the people that are stealing money.
Exactly, and you don't belong to that.
So if you don't steal
Are
money
you
in this
stealing
country,
money yet? You don't
even
belong
that-
to that.
me, I will advise if you are not seeing money to thief in this country,
You leave
carry
out.
your bag and japa out.
See,
Eh, but
not
it's-
every successful
this,
person is
this
stealing money in
japa. It's
Nigeria.
not like you're
Not
going
very,
to
not
carry your
every.
bag and
Maybe 5% or 10%.
Do you know that content creation now has made a way for some people in Nigeria? The life they were not living before, they are living it better now. Due to
yeah, but
the
how many
advent
people
of-
are going to make money from content
I-
creation?
It's the same everywhere.
No,
It's
you
the
should
same
be
everywhere.
no. You should be able to have the basic necessities.
Exactly.
Of life.
It's not even basic.
We are getting there.
Very basic water. We don't have. When last did you see running water?
In my house this
pipe-borne
morning,
water.
I bathed.
No, that's borehole. I mean, pipe-borne water. You don't even know what it is.
It in Abuja we do.
You don't. Do they still have
It
pipe-borne
was
Yes.
in,
water?
it was in
From the
Lagos before. In
government,
fact, it
yes.
was in Lagos
From the
before.
government,
It used to be in Ogun State.
In central area in Abuja,
And
yes.
you know the,
It used
you know
to be
that
in
water.
Ogun State.
The
It
fact
used
that
to
we
be
are
in Lagos.
saying
But right
used
now,
to.
right now, because everybody knows that, even the government knows that. My brother, if you need water, you go dig.
You
borehole.
dig your own
never-
borehole.
If you don't dig
If
borehole, you
you
never
dig
need
borehole,
water.
That they are telling us to be careful because we are destroying the core.
We
Who is
need to be
hold on.
careful, yeah.
Oh, who's telling you to be careful?
You are destroying the core.
everybody
of the
is
earth now.
big.
Who is saying? Who is saying? Hey, don't dig borehole. Who is saying it?
In a few years,
Climate change.
Nigeria
People
will
are watching.
sink.
Economic.
but the thing is that will not be
people,
here anyway.
economic experts,
So people are spoiling the ground for Jennifer.
No, they have something to fix now.
All right.
Because the people who came before us spoiled it and we're trying to fix. Actually, we're not because people like him want to run away.
see,
So you're staying back
if
is
I
not
don't
for
japa,
patriotic reason or that
No,
you're
my
hoping
staying back
that
is
you can make
actually
it.
from patriotic reason because I feel like it can be better if we change our mindset. It can be. It's intentions.
I believe you.
It can be better if we change our
believe
mindset.
I believe you, but I'll be supporting you guys on over
From over there, no problem. Two
Anyway.
truths can coexist.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that, but yeah. Anyway. So what do you think about? Do you really think that you can't make it in this country? Because that's the prevailing narrative for some people, is that Nigeria is so bad that you have to get out there before you make it. But there are factors that people need to consider, in this whole japa thing. There's economic aspect, there's a security aspect which people talk about. There is the cultural part that some people don't mention, because at the end of the day, for me, I don't want my child to come back from school one day and then Emmanuel will tell me that he is now a girl
Because they told him to be liberal.
I hold that sentiment very dear to my
So,
heart. Now, so if I'm jackparing, because there are people who tell you they are leaving the country to get a better life for their children, you know, and then tomorrow that same child who I want to get a
Which
better
is why
life
I have a
for,
different perspective of
there's
what
a
better
whole,
life means.
there's a whole lot of conversation about that.
Around
We can
that.
talk about that.
Yeah, anyway.
However, even in this country, we have guys wearing skirts now.
Yeah. But,
So,
but we haven't
regardless of
gotten
where
to that.
you are.
It's not a
But
cultural
you know the
impact.
difference.
Do you know
Yeah,
why?
trend
Do you know
yet.
because somebody can easily put tire on your neck
Yeah,
somewhere.
but thank you. That's what I'm saying. The difference here is that we can stem it, we can contain it, but there it is government backed. You can't do anything about
That's
it.
what I'm saying. There's a whole conversation about it.
Yeah, I should be
because
able to raise my
it starts
child
from
the
your
way
home.
I want to raise my
You
child.
can raise your child
without
the
the
way you want to
government
raise your child. I have,
interfering.
Stay
in fact, I have
in Nigeria
examples.
and build
I have
Nigeria.
examples. I have examples of people that are training their kids the same way they would train them in Nigeria.
Okay, so we're wrapping
They
up
don't
now.
flog abroad.
Your
Flog
fa-
here.
your father should.
They don't
Fear
flog.
the rod and spoil the child.
Point of correction: they don't flog in public.
Yeah, well, I don't really support the flogging thing. My idea of raising your child.
Igadi
is not really-
Barun made us who we are today.
Is allowed over there too, but don't do it outside.
Anyway, so for you, Benga, is stay in the country.
Stay here.
And fix it. What's
Yeah.
your
My
final thing?
brother, carry your bag and jump out. I'm telling you.
If you can leave, you should leave, right? I mean, there's been immigration. People have been traveling from the beginning of time.
Of course.
You understand? If you can leave, you should leave. If you can't, because the fact that you stay back doesn't mean you're even useful to the
Do you, even,
country.
do, you, do you even think that all our Europeans that traveled over there to study will come back to Nigeria if Nigeria was in this situation?
I don't believe in heroes pass, but it's a conversation
conversation
for another day. I really do not believe in
It's a construct.
We didn't have heroes
Thank you.
It's a construct.
I'm
so
trying to remove
it's
myself
there.
from that social
It's
construct.
there. So
Everything they did for themselves. What we are benefiting from is unintended consequences.
that's what I'm saying.
of what
That's
they
why
do.
I'm saying that if the country was like this back then, they too will not come back. They would have japa.
Anyway, the country made a lot of sense back then, and they spoiled it. So I don't know why they are heroes. And let me know what.
Do you know how many buildings the Avengers spoiled too, and they are still heroes?
Well, at least there was eminent threats.
Yeah.
But in our situation, they gained more than they transferred to us.
You are the one that becoming the eminent trend.
It's crazy, and they are still here with us. Oh Lord. Thank you very much, guys, for
Living
watching.
legend.
Another
Do
conversation.
you want to leave the country? Do you want to stay? Are you that patriotic? For me, I'm not staying because I'm all that. It's really not my duty to fix the country. Not be me spoiler. But anyway, because some people tell you, oh, we need to fix this country for our children. Yet, if they now come, what will they do? They should have something to do when they come here because I'm suffering too. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave your comments in the comment section. I need some water. Cut.